We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Only aim to do your duty, and mankind will give you credit where you fail. My principle is to do whatever is right and leave consequences to him who has the disposal of them. I cannot live without books, but fewer will suffice where amusement, and not use, is the only future object. Honesty is the first chapter of wisdom. The most valuable of all talents is never using two words when one will do. All should be laid open to you without reserve, for there is not a truth existing which I fear or would wish unknown to the whole world. Be polite to all but intimate with few. Science is my passion, politics my duty. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. I never considered a difference of opinion in politics, religion, or philosophy as cause for withdrawing from a friend. To compel a man to furnish funds for ideas he disbelieves is sinful and tyrannical. Good wine is a necessity of life for me. The legitimate powers of government extend to acts that are injurious to others. It does me no harm for my neighbor to say there are 20 gods or no God. It neither picks my pocket nor breaks my leg. It is the duty of every good citizen to use opportunities to preserve documents relating to our country's history. When angry, count to 10 before speaking. If very angry, count to 100. I would rather be shut up in a modest cottage with my books, family, and a few old friends, dining on simple bacon and letting the world roll on as it liked, than occupy the most splendid post human power can give. Pride costs more than hunger, thirst, and cold. I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past. When we find ourselves in a situation to be endured, it is best to make up our minds to it, meet it with firmness, and adapt to it in the best way possible. This lessens the evil, while fretting only increases our torment. The natural progress of things is for liberty to yield and government to gain ground. The whole art of government is the art of being honest. We in America do not have government by the majority, but by the majority who participate. How little do my countrymen know of the precious blessings they possess, which no other people on earth enjoy. I was bold in the pursuit of knowledge, never fearing to follow truth and reason to whatever results they led, and challenging every authority that stood in their way. Do not bite at the bait of pleasure until you know there is no hook beneath it. Friendship is precious, not only in the shade, but in the sunshine of life. Thanks to a benevolent arrangement, most of life is sunshine. On matters of style, swim with the current. On matters of principle, stand like a rock. I have sworn eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. One travels more usefully alone because they reflect more. I would rather endure the inconveniences of too much liberty than too little. Those who expect to be both ignorant and free expect what never was and never will be. Our liberty depends on the freedom of the press, and that cannot be limited without being lost. I confess I had no idea how blessed my countrymen are until I realized no other people on earth enjoy such blessing. I believe in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. Whenever you act, do so as if the world were watching. Do you want to know who you are? Don't ask. Act. Action will define you. We rely on our strength without boasting of it, respect that of others without fearing it. Never spend your money before you earn it. Determine never to be idle. No one will complain of a lack of time who never wastes any. It is amazing how much can be done if we are always doing. Equal rights of man and the happiness of every individual are now acknowledged to be the only legitimate objects of government. History informs us what bad government is. God grant that men of principle shall be our principal men. I predict future happiness for Americans. They can prevent the government from wasting the labor of the people under the pretense of caring. I sincerely believe that banking establishments are more dangerous than standing armies. Spending money to be paid by posterity is swindling futurity on a large scale. He who knows best knows how little he knows. Every human mind feels pleasure in doing good for another. Don't talk about what you have done or what you will do. Every day is lost in which we do not learn something useful. Man's noblest and most valuable possession is time. If a nation expects to be ignorant and free, it expects what never was and never will be.